I'm very happy to be here. I want to say that on behalf of my wife, Stacy, you know, you go to a place, and a place is not just the falls. A place is the people. A place are the human beings that populate it, and your warmth and your welcome to us here has been unbelievable. So I just want to say thank you. Are you all blue? Would the three of you stand up for a minute and turn around? This is like a stop sign. Turn around, let them see you. Can I just say thank you so much? First of all, for being here, and second of all, I do not have the nerve to walk around like that. But I am so impressed. So I thought I would tell you a little bit about myself while we're here, and then we can ask questions. You know, my name is Henry. I'm from New York City. I was born and raised on the West Side. I am an actor. I am a producer. I am a director. I've written 31 novels with my partner, 4 children, and I am in the bottom 3% academically in America. English was hard, math was hard. I still cannot spell to this day. I was great at going home. More important than all of that, I am a husband, I am a father of 3, I'm a grandfather of 4, and we have 2 daughters. We have I love all my children, one the best, but I can't tell you who that is. I love my job. I've wanted to be an actor since I was 7 years old. I don't know how it came to my mind. I don't know how it came to my body. All I know is that if people were born to do things, I was born to try. I was told that I would never achieve. I was told that I would not make much of myself because my grades were so low. And I've had a pretty great time. So that is one of the lessons that I have learned in my life. So all of the people here in this room, I want you to know, your greatness is inside you. And no one can tell you that you cannot meet your greatness. For all of the young people, in this room that are still in school, let me say you are not defined by your grades. You are not defined by how you do in school. You have great minds. You have great thoughts. And that will take you wherever you want to go. I took a course in math called geometry. I took it for 4 years. I took it in regular school, I took it in summer school. I took it in regular school, I took it in summer school. I took it in regular school, I took it in summer school. I finally passed with a D-. That was in 1963. From then until today, not one human being in the universe has ever said the word hypotenuse to me. What were they thinking? That is another lesson that I've learned. We have to teach our children how they learn, not what we think they should learn. Then, you know I wanted to be an actor. I tried to get into college. That was difficult. I applied to 28 colleges. 3 said yes. 1 was Park University in Missouri. I have never met anybody who went to Park University in Missouri. I think it is a doorway on a prairie. I also got into Emerson College in Boston. That's where I went for 4 years. I nearly flunked out my first 2 years. I made it through. I went to drama school. And then I did commercials. I did Schick shavers. I did H&R Block taxes. I did American Airlines. Everybody I went to drama school with said, I don't know how you can do commercials. It goes against our aesthetic grade. Their next question to me, how do you get them? And then I went to California and I tried out for a brand new show. I had hair down to my shoulders and a gigantic sweat stain under my arm. It was like the Hudson River in New York City was running under my arm. I thought that honesty was the best policy, and I said that this is in direct correlation to the fear that is running through my body trying out for this part. I got the part, I'm on the set, and I made a promise to myself. Every actor that played a character like this one I was playing always combed their hair. I was never going to comb my hair. It said in the script, Fonzie goes to the mirror and combs his hair. I said to the director, I made a deal with myself. I'm never going to comb my hair. The director said, it says it in the script, go comb your hair. I walked up to the mirror, I looked at my hair, I pulled the comb out of my pocket, and I went, baby, I don't have to because it's perfect. And for the next 10 years, I went, E. And then I added a word, which came from my favorite sport. At the time, it was horseback riding. So I added, whoa. It was amazing. And the reason that I used A and whoa is because they wrote so many words for the fonts, I reduced entire paragraphs to a sound. Hey, I'm hungry. Hey, don't mess with me. Hey, she's beautiful. I could use it for anything. I could just go, hey. So I did Happy Days for 10 years, and then I went on and I had a great time as a producer. I didn't care for that job. It was really difficult, that job. We did MacGyver, we did Sightings, and then I did some movies with Adam Sandler. I had a great time. And I need you to repeat, and I've made some of you do this already because I have no shame. I want you to repeat with me. August 23rd. August 23rd. August 23rd. NBC. 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 Better late than never. Better late than never. Better late than never. It's my new show. Bill Shatner, George Foreman, the heavyweight champion of the world, Terry Bradshaw, who won the Super Bowl 4 times, and me. I am the shortest in the bunch. We went to Asia, and we were followed by 5 cameras. And that is called? Excellent. So after Happy Days, and I produced and I acted, somebody said, why don't you write novels for children about your learning challenges? Because when I was 31, I found out that I had something with a name. I wasn't stupid, I wasn't lazy. My parents were very, 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 very short Germans. And they had an affectionate phrase for me growing up. They called me dummer Hund. For those of you who don't speak German, that means dumb dog. Very supportive people. And at 31, I found out I was not a dummer Hund. I found out I had dyslexia. I had a learning challenge. And somebody said, why don't you write books? And I said, I can't write books. I was told I was stupid. I was told I would never achieve. I could never write a book. To this date, with my partner Lynn Oliver, we have written 31 novels for children. And that is another lesson that I learned in my life. If you have it in your imagination, and you put one foot in front of the other, you can accomplish what it is you imagine. That I thought I could never do the job. And here it is. It's unbelievable. It's got my name on it. The first time I ever saw a book with my name on it, I rubbed it all over my body. I smelled it. I couldn't believe it. And 31 novels later, it's amazing. I'm telling you, there is nothing in your imagination that you cannot accomplish. Then I wrote my first adult book. My wife wrote the foreword, and it is everything that I learned from fly fishing for trout. It's called I Never Met an Idiot on the River, because fly fisher people are lovely human beings. And here's the thing, I never thought I could fly fish. I spent years and years and years dreaming about it. Finally I did it. My technique is ugly, but I catch the fish. But I mourn the time that I did not try, that I didn't try to fish. And there it is. That brings me up to today, being here with all of you. I've met a lot of you at my table. If you haven't come, I will be here until 7. And I am so grateful that you are all in this room, that we are together. Now, if anybody has any questions, it would be my pleasure to ask a question. Or answer. Actually, I'm not asking anything. Sir, what is your name?
James Stansel from Kitchener, Ontario.
From Kitchener. I made a movie. That's good. That's how dyslexic I am. I made a movie in Kitchener. I did The American Christmas Carol. Also in right? It took me 5 hours to put on the makeup to play Scrooge. James, is that your name?
Yes.
I'm so happy. What is your question?
What are your opinions on jumping the shark?
Okay. I will tell you exactly what I think. When I did the water skiing, and I did all of the water skiing for jumping the shark, except for the jump, because they wouldn't let me do stunts. But when I did jumping the shark, when I did the water skiing, I had great legs at that time. And every time that they would talk about jumping the shark, they would show a picture of me on water skis, and I always thought, ooh, I have great legs. So that is the only thing I thought. We were a hit 5 years after I jumped the shark. So it really didn't mean anything to me. You know? And that's what I think. Yes, sir. What is your name?
Mark from Montreal.
Oh, Mark.
How was the maple syrup?
Maple syrup? I actually poured all over my body. You gave me a can last night with cookies. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, Herbert. Herbert on your show?
Yes,
His name
that's
is
right.
Herbert.
That's right.
You had 2 girlfriends. One was named Pinky, and named Ashley. And you also had a Belansky twin with great gills.
Okay, let me just say this. I didn't like the actress who played Pinky. Just so you know, I loved Leonard. Susan Blackburn. I cannot use the word for the woman who played Pinky. There's children. Do you have a question?
So the last thing, I had the same last name as your grandmother.
Oh wow, that's fine. You showed me your license last. That's right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Yes. What is your name?
My name is Brian from Montreal, Quebec.
Hi.
My question for you is, all the people you work with on Happy Days, who is your favorite person you work with?
Do you know what? We are like family. But I will say Ron Howard was one of the greatest acting partners I've ever had in my career. We could take one scene, we could memorize it, we could improvise it, we could shoot it 3 times in 20 minutes because we were so connected.
Also, can you do the project like you did in Winkler?
Unfortunately, I cannot do it in a room this big. Okay, but thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Hello, what is your name?
Natalie, I'm from Cambridge, Ontario, which is right next door to Kitchener, so
Oh, nice.
very close.
Nice.
Friends of mine from church recently had a 50s party, and when I Googled stuff from the 50s, you were the first thing that came up. No, but I mean this in a good way. Like, how does it feel to be so iconic? I guess iconic is the more proper word, because you're a legend.
But you know what? I have to tell you something. I am a husband, I am a dad, and I have 4 unbelievable grandchildren. I don't think you can think of yourself as an icon. I'm so grateful that I had a dream, and I get to live my dream, and I'm still doing my dream. August 23rd is my dream. So, well, that's the way I feel. I'm just grateful. I mean, do you have a jacket hanging in the Smithsonian Museum? I do. Sir, is your name Leo?
Yes, it is.
It's because I signed several pictures for you. Man's my idol. Yes, sir.
I'm from Shazy, New York.
A pleasure.
I was just wondering about that you did with Robin Williams when you first introduced him to Mark.
You know what? I will tell you that the moment that Robin Williams stepped onto our soundstage, I knew that I was in the presence of greatness. You knew it instantaneously, and I knew that my job that week was just to get out of the way and let him be. Oh my God, it was something to behold. He was amazing.
Just don't forget, August 23rd, Memory to Memory.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you reminded me. Thanks, Leo. What is your name?
My name is Heath.
How are you?
I'd just like to say hypotenuse.
Oh yeah, thank you. Finally. And I don't even know what the hell it is.
It's an annual thing. I'd like to thank you for signing my Twitter response about jumping the shark. And I'd like to know whose idea was it on Arrested Development for you to actually jump over another shark?
That was, all right, one of the 3 geniuses that I worked with is Mitch Hurwitz, who dreamt up Arrested Development. The man is brilliant. And it was his idea. And he was also the one who did sent me to the mirror to comb my hair again, as Barry Zucker.
Thank you.
Sure. Sir,
Hello, how you doing?
nice to see you again.
Yes, my name's Will. I'm from
Hi, Will.
Rochester. This is a mature question. I'm sorry, little kids. Does Fonzie go all the way with these chicks he goes on a date with, or does he just kiss them and stuff? I've always wondered.
Turn around for a minute. Look at the wall. Look close to the door. That's my wife. That we have gone all the way.
Now, Laverne and Shirley have a reputation.
I am never. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Hello.
Hey.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. My name is Brian Henry. My question for you, sir, is for as many roles as you played with Adam Sandler, what one was your favorite?
You know what? I loved Click. I really did. And I'll tell you why. He is very close to his family. As goofy as Adam Sandler is on screen, he is dear and shy and warm and thoughtful in real life. and he wanted me to play his father.
Right.
And his,
It was my favorite.
thank you.
It's my honor. You're my comedy idol, so
Thank you so much.
God bless.
You too. Hi.
Hi,
What is your name?
Nick.
Hi, Nick. We met before, didn't we?
Yeah, actually yesterday.
Yeah. Nice to see you.
Yeah, just wanted to know, in the TV show Hang Zipster, do you play the music teacher or the?
Yes, I do. I play in Hank Zipzer, the TV show on the BBC. I play Mr. Rock, who was my real teacher. And Mr. Rock said one sentence to me in the 11th grade, in year 11. He said, Winkler, if you ever get out of high school, you're going to be great. And I kept that one sentence in my heart for years and years and years. And then I get to play him in the series. And I get to tell the character, Hank Simpson, the same thing. Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's also say that Miss Adolph, who is in the show, was my real teacher. The worst woman on the earth. Miss Adolph. I think she was related.
Hi, sir. I just wanted to say, I don't see you as an actor. It doesn't come, I don't see you as a performer or anything. I see you as an inspiration. And like mine, I was called Scoot when I was growing up. And I have dyslexia, dysgraphia, pneumoraphic, and I always thought I'd mirror you. And when you opened up, you kind of got me realizing that I am not a frigga. I am not thin, but with you doing what you did, you are an inspiration, and you are a very good person. And thank you for letting me see that I can move forward and I can do things. I was always told I would never go to college, never go to school, a clown. I went to college and I graduated, and now I'm going for my master's. I want everybody to know that he's something much more. And I don't see him as Fonzie whatsoever. He is a good person.
Thank you very much.
And an inspiration.
Thank you. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Amanda from Buffalo. I'm actually trying to convince my son that you're Uncle King Julian, and he doesn't believe.
Yes, I am the voice of Uncle King Julian. Julian. And I enjoy that show very much. Do you like that show?
Yes.
Yay! On Netflix, it is an animated show, and I play the dastardly uncle, who wears his hair very much like you. That is a great hairdo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Henry, I had some notes in that, but I want to get this one question in.
Yes.
And was curious about maybe your favorite memorable time or moments, or maybe even memorable blooper when you guys were doing, or when you were doing Hollywood Squares and you were producing.
Wow. I produced with my partner. I produced 2 years of Hollywood Squares. And when we got it right, there are 9 squares, and when it was cast correctly, we laughed so hard in the director's booth, I cannot tell you. But my favorite time was breakfast, because we had it really catered well, and I love breakfast. Sir. I want to be honest. You know, Charo was funny. Breakfast was better.
Sal Monaco, Buffalo, New York. I went through the same thing you did with my learning disability and my family.
Yes.
And you were very inspirational to me in many ways. And now I'm an independent film director. I've had a radio show for 22 years. And they told me I didn't graduate college. And when I got my degree from 4-year college, my teacher hugged me.
Wow.
And you also worked with one of my mentors, Chris Wiggins. He played your father. in
Yes, I
American-
remember him very well. He was in the American Christmas
He
Carol.
played your father.
Yes, he did.
He's a wonderful man.
And he was a great actor, really.
My question
Yes.
is with Royal Pains, how was that?
Okay, Royal Pains.
That's one of my favorite shows.
It is going off the air at the end of this season. It is on USA. I don't know if you see it on USA. I'm in the last 2 episodes, so you don't have to watch until then. And it was well written. I had some of my best scenes with Paolo Costanzo and with Mark Feuerstein, who play my sons in the show. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I also loved it when you and Ed Asner were on there together.
Ed Asner was on Mary Tyler Moore. Mary Tyler Moore was the very first show I ever did in Hollywood.
I remember the episode. They put you at the small table.
That's right. They always put me at the small table, even in my own house. Thank you.
I also loved you playing the zombie on Disney's So Weird.
Oh, thank you. So Weird, we did that in Vancouver. I produced 64 episodes of that for Disney.
That was a wonderful show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry it ended, with half the cast members there.
Thank you.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you.
Hi.
Hey.
What is your name?
Mary Kate from Rochester.
Hi.
I'm just wondering, if Fonzie the character was around today, how would he act?
He would own, like Mr. Goodrich, he would own a franchise of, of garages. Yeah. And he would be a great grandfather. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Also, what happened to Spike?
You know what? I don't know.
Is he missing?
Spike has been missing for 40 years. But then so has Chuck, the older brother. Chuck went upstairs and never came down.
These guys are wanted. We gotta find them.
He must be so thin by now.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Henry.
Hi.
Ann from Buffalo, New York.
Hi.
I'm just wondering, I get
My cousin Betsy is from Buffalo.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And,
I love Buffalo.
yeah.
I definitely get like what previous people have said, that you're a humble.
And then you became the center of the show at
Yes.
one point. And then you achieved a stardom that very few people on the planet have ever done.
Yes.
I'm wondering if at one point, when you were in the middle of this stardom, sometime in the late 70s maybe, did you ever wonder how you were placed there? Was there something larger going on that placed
I
you in this
never
position?
thought of it in those terms. And as you say it, I'm not sure I can wrap my head around that thought, but I knew I was always grateful that I never assumed that what all those people were saying to me or writing about me was true. I hadn't grown. I wasn't smarter because I was a star on TV. But I was grateful. I live by 2 words: tenacity, which gets you where you want to go, and gratitude, which allows you to go there gracefully.
Thank you.
I can hear you.
Hello again.
Hello again.
My question for you is, how much fun do you like working with Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler is a lot of fun, but Adam Sandler takes comedy very seriously. So, he watches every take on a monitor. Even if he's in it, the take will be over, he'll go to the monitor, he'll watch it, or if he's not in it, he will start calling out, oh, you know what, say this, or no, say this, and he will rewrite as you're doing it. He is very, very serious about the business of making comedy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget, better late than never.
I'm not going to forget that. Here's my question. Who are you?
Hi, Mr. Winkler.
Nice to see you again.
My name's John. I'm from Winkler,
Yes, it is.
Ontario.
We took a picture together.
Yes. And I just wanted to say that Happy Days is, I grew up watching it. It's been my favorite sitcom.
Thank you. You grew up really well.
I've rewatched those DVDs so many times, and thank you for all the entertainment.
Thank you.
My question is, do you still get to see any of the members of the cast?
I do. I see everybody. I see Marion Ross, who is one of my favorite women. I had dinner with Ron maybe 6 months ago. I saw Don most for lunch 2 weeks ago. I saw Anson. The only one we lost contact with is Joni. I don't know what happened to Erin Moran. She kind of went into the middle of the country and disappeared. Thanks. But I don't know. I don't know. Hello again.
Hi, Henry.
Hi.
Question.
Yes, Mark.
Are you ever going to make a reunion of all the Happy Days
We
characters?
did in 2006, and I think that will be it.
Last thing, hypotenuse.
Thank you. Thank you. 2 people now have mentioned that. That joke is now out the window. At least in Canada. Sir.
Hi, Henry. Tom from Toronto.
Hi, Tom.
As you've got to know Ron Howard, did you ever watch him on the Andy Griffith Show?
Of course.
And do you get to remind him from time to time?
I don't remind him. All I know is that Ron Howard, who looks like a loaf of white bread, is one of the most powerful, personally powerful people I have ever met in my life anywhere. He is an amazing person. He really, really is. James, are you back?
Yes, I am indeed. First of all,
Yes.
what was the strangest experience you've ever had with a fan? And second of all, hypotenuse.
What is the strangest? It might be have meeting you. You know what? I have to think about that. I don't know the answer to that question. And hypotenuse to you. I will take one more question. Yes, sir.
Mr. Winkler, Joe Clark,
Hi,
from Buffalo,
Joe.
New York.
Nice to see you.
I'd like to know, I'm a simple guy, of the movies you've done,
Yeah.
what's your favorite?
Night Shift.
When I spoke to you earlier, I mentioned I love The One and Only. Did you have a chance to meet Steve Gordon?
You know what I did? But he died before we made the movie. And what he wrote, Steve Gordon wrote a beautiful script for The One and Only, and it was a dramedy. And they made it into a complete comedy. So the pain of the guy, of the kid I played, was not really represented. It was not the script I read originally.
Thank you very much.
You bet. You bet. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Henry Winkler, everybody. He's going to be here all week at Niagara Falls Comic Con. Check him out on his station. Again, the one and only Henry.